Chapter 9, Lesson 9, Utility. Now, 1. You have good money. 2. You're knowledgeable. 3. You're the best dressed. 4. You have social proof and social status. 5. You've done your homework on City Game. 6. Girls are not a problem for you when needed. 7. You have loyal soldiers up and down you can rely on. What's left? Utility. What exactly do you bring to the table? Trust me, everything we've discussed leading here is just background stuff. They are prerequisites to winning a fight that many are in. What do you want to achieve from the people you interact with, and how you can identify what to start off with? You're a musician? That's great. It's easy for you to make your point from the get-go. But if you're reading this, then I can assume you're not one. Important parameters to consider are 1. Your line of work and how you want to penetrate the social ladder climb. 2. What you intend to do with your influence once you get it, and how the people whom you're interacting with can help you do that. I know none of this is making any sense, so allow me to elaborate. As a journalist, your social climb is pretty straightforward. You need to write breathtaking pieces, expose the powerful to transfer social power to yourself. If you work in construction, well, you see the point now. The majority of people don't work in prestigious industries that allow them to gain influence purely as a result of their work. But you can surely gain influence and power, regardless of what industry you work in, by networking with the right people and getting them on your side. The path to do this is what this course is for. Personal utility is what determines whom you should network with. You can't just go about getting any influential person on your side. The reason is that it doesn't work. If you work in construction, your utility is that you can build monumental structures. You want to network with powerful people in real estate and building construction, not a rapper in Illinois. The purpose of doing this is not just to get money. Remember, you already have money to spend. Yes, you will make more money, and that's fine. Consider it a bonus. But don't let it distract you from your ultimate goal. Something to keep in mind is that billionaires don't need more billions. But as a billionaire, having 5 extra for the status is perhaps the most exciting thing. They say they don't care, but we all know they do. The title of richest man in the world is enticing, even if they all pretend like it's not. The quality of life of a billionaire isn't much better than that of a multimillionaire. Yes, a billionaire might be able to afford things a multimillionaire cannot, but there's nothing a multimillionaire would desire that he can't get. Not to digress, but consider an objection. A multimillionaire can't buy Microsoft if he wanted, you might say. But a billionaire also can't buy Jupiter if he wanted. None of the above matters because owning Microsoft or Jupiter doesn't affect the quality of life of either of these two. The only difference between the two is the status and influence they have solely because of their wealth. More people would buy a book on making money from a billionaire than a millionaire. We've drifted a bit far, but for good reason. Now, back to the matter of personal utility. What is it you offer from the get-go? Now, find the most powerful people in your industry. These are your targets. Working your way up the ladder would require knowing these people and getting into alliances with them. With all previous lessons leading you all the way here. Exercise. Here's what you need to do. 1. Write down your industry and what exactly it is you offer. For example, I'm into construction and I can build the most monumental structure to ever exist. 2. Write down the most powerful people in your industry. For example, if you're into construction, who commissioned the Burj Khalifa? And who is the chief engineer? You don't have to go to these people. Trickle down slowly. Who knows them? Who knows them? You need to know these people. Now find a way to get connected from the bottom and start from there. You might need to do a little bit of research and stalking to get connected. But that is necessary if you want to start going up there. I hope by now you're starting to see the point of personal utility and going up in the industry. At the end of the day, your name will be heard in association with something, and that something has to be your industry. You're not the most influential anybody. You can be the most influential musician, or the most influential actor, journalist, businessman, politician, etc. But there always will be a suffix attached. If you intend to garner influence and power outside of your line of work, then you must first start in your new area of interest. Establish yourself well enough to not rely on your line of work for money, and then start playing the game. During the process of establishing yourself, you will also naturally network with the lower people and eventually go for the big guns. What matters is that you're first of all networking with the big names in your industry, and through them, when you gain popularity and power, those outside your industry who might be of most utility to you. When your influence grows, you start to attract the people from outside your line of work. For example, politicians like to meet only the most popular musicians. You'll hardly see politicians with an upcoming act or a not-so-popular artist. Rich businessmen are often seen with artists, but only the most popular ones. Conclusion: once you've decided what your utility is and in what industry, you can proceed to follow all the lessons in this course to chart your way up the hierarchy.